Hi.
Is anybody here?
Hi.
Oh, we have people here. We actually have people here.
Yeah, the tailgaters have been tailgating.
Look at y'all. I can't even deal. That is really cool. And it's like midday and Maka's on vacation. She's on vacation.
I'm on vacation.
She's on vacation. Okay, so all right, so just to get it out of the way, well, first of all, I have a bunch of. I'm going to be the one that's going to be slinging the stories today. Okay, so you guys are going to have
serving them up.
I'm going to be serving them up. So y'all are going to have to bear with me because there's a lot of stuff we got to get through, a lot of crazy stuff. And then Mock's going to have some talks at the end. Okay. But there's going to be some crazy stuff that's going to be happening all up in here. It's not what you're used to. All right. So there's that. Mock, we probably should talk about my pillow really quick.
We should, because I do not have my pillows here in this resort. And
are you all right? You sleeping?
I mean, it's okay. The pillows here are nice. I'm not complaining about pillows, except that I am, because they are not my pillows. And so it's just not the same, you guys. It's not the same. When you get used to a my pillow, it changes your life. And then you just like become accustomed to sleeping on that. And then you can't sleep as well when you don't have those. Right. And if you want to have that same kind of addiction, you too can use code Checks. Get yourself a big old discount on some pillows by calling 1-800-875-0513 or going to mypillow.com and using that code, not just on pillows, but you can get discounts on all the amazing products that MyPillow has. And you will be supporting Mike Lindell, who just turned 60. And he would like a birthday present from you, which is to get you addicted on all of his products.
He asked for it. He's asking for it. Plus, he needs your support because everybody's shutting him down. So,
that's exactly
right. None of the retail outlets are letting him put his stuff in there anymore because they're all a bunch of commies. They're all a bunch of dirty pink commies. And so, buy the stuff through us, do it directly on a site, use our code. It's awesome. You need to do that. All right.
Do it.
Okay. Do it. Okay. So, first of all, we got to talk about Vanessa Williams. Y'all remember her? She was Miss America. I remember Vanessa Williams, and she was in some really terrible.
Wasn't right because of all the nudity.
Was it because of the boobs? Because of
boobs and like nakedness and stuff. Yeah,
that's right. Boobs.
Yeah.
So Vanessa Williams was Miss America for like 5 minutes, and then she was on some really terrible 80s movies. I don't remember any of the names of any of them, but I remember she was in a couple really awful 80s movies.
God, I don't even remember that. I don't remember her being in movies.
I'm sure that some of the people here will be able to tell us some of those movies. You guys remember any of those movies? So, okay, but anyways. All right, so she sang at the end. Well, I think she sang a couple times during like the PBS Capitol 4th show yesterday. Did anybody watch the PBS show? Because I don't really watch a lot of PBS, but they had a 4th of July show. I don't know if it's like a yearly thing. I'm assuming that it is. But she sang at the end of it, Lift Every Voice and Sing, which is now considered the Black national anthem. That's basically what that is. And so she dedicated it to her ancestors. She said to our Juneteenth, the whole Juneteenth thing, and then to all who celebrate freedom, she said. And so a lot of people were outraged by this. What is that, Mom?
What is that? I don't know.
I don't know what that is. What is that dinging? It's driving me crazy.
Did anybody else hear that little?
Did you guys hear that?
It's been doing it the whole time we've been talking, even before we got live. It's been doing that.
It's like somebody's walking into. It's like somebody's walking into a convenience store. You know that sound that makes? You know what I'm talking about? It's like somebody's to alert the clerk that somebody's there. That's what that sound is. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what that is. Anyways, so that's, what the hell? All right. So anyway, so Vanessa sang this at the end of the program, and some people are outraged. She did this, and I mean, listen, it's a nice song. It's just that I hate this whole, we have to have a regular anthem and then there's a Black anthem. Like, why are we doing this? What are we doing? This is it's all becoming completely ridiculous, and everybody's
it's
so
like
woke
it's becoming
now.
Segregated. I mean, why are we doing that?
It is.
Why are we doing that?
Yeah, we're becoming very, very segregated. So there's that. So that happened. And then, so I was like, all right, well, that's something to pontificate. And then there was the New York Times article. You guys see this New York Times article that went out yesterday I don't have a subscription to New York Times. The New York Post was talking about it a lot. And people were outraged on Twitter, and it was like this big thing because the New York Times wrote about how there's this dude that wrote about how the American flag is, quote, alienating to some. So it's triggering.
Oh my God.
Okay. So there's a quote. I have a quote. You ready for this quote? Trump supporters have embraced the flag so fervently that liberals, I think some of this is paraphrased, but liberals all but ceded the national emblem to the right. Okay, so this is what this person is arguing, is that Trump supporters love the flag so much that they're like, well, we can't like the flag now, and it is triggering.
Oh my God!
Because those Trump people liked it and they ruined it for us. They ruined it.
See, this is why. So yesterday, my family went to this ridiculous, schmaltzy, super patriotic show at the Gaslight Music Hall in Tucson. And I will say what was disappointing about it was that, oh my gosh, somebody just sent the giantest super Kimberly. Thank you very much.
God, Kimberly.
Holy cow. Oh my gosh, that's very generous. Thank you so much. But anyway, what was disappointing about it is that it was filled with white hair. And I mean, literally, like I was one among the young ones there. Okay.
Yeah.
Right? And that's not young. And so that was disappointing because I thought, and everybody there loves America so much. The whole show was literally it was like the songbook of Sousa. You know what I mean? Like it was all the patriotic songs that you can think of, and everybody loved it. And it was a celebration of vets, and they sang all the different branches of service theme songs, and it was just amazing. And the USO Manhattan Dolls were there it was just super patriotic. But I kept thinking, what happens when all these people are gone? Who is going to keep these types of shows alive, these songs alive, the spirit alive? Let me just show you a picture of one of the attendees and her ridiculous outfit. Look at her socks, you guys. I mean, this is the crowd that was there. They were precious. They were precious, and they love this country. And like, I mean, there was a 91-year-old World War II vet there. And, you know, just looking at him makes me cry. And I just think about the stories that you're telling right now. And I'm like, why does everything suck so hard right now? Why?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. I'm right there with you. Now, if it makes you feel like a sliver better, like we went to a rodeo Saturday night, and I'd say that most of the people that were there were some older people, of course, but there were a lot of people our age, there were a lot of people younger, and then there were a lot of little kids. And so these little kids, and there is nothing more patriotic than a rodeo. And like at the beginning of the rodeo, I mean, they talk about God, they talk about country, they talk about family, they talk about all the things you want your kids to hear about, is all those wonderful things. It's so American. It's apple pie American, right? With the flag flying, and it's, you know, it's all about that whole, you know, faith and freedom thing, right? That's what rodeos are all about. And they talked a little bit like that at the beginning of the rodeo. They had this video that played, and I guess it was a viral video. I'd never seen it, but they talked about how it was a viral video with this little 10-year-old boy that was from the Belton, Texas area, and I think he was 10 or 11. Anyways, but he was talking about how his generation is seeing all these awful things in the country, and how, you know, they hear it, but they want unity, and they want all this, you know, all the stuff. But he's talking about how he believes in people and how they shouldn't see color and this, that, and the other. It was really, really sweet. And it was like, you know, this kid had a cowboy hat on, and he's on his horse, and he's the one that ended up, like, they showed the video on the screen, and he's the one that came in and opened up the rodeo. They saw him, he, you know, rode in on his horse, and it was precious. It was really, really neat. So it showed all the kids in there. Like, there is a lot of crap going on, but you guys are the ones that are supposed to carry the torch, so to speak, to be the ones to end this craziness, like, you know. And so it gave me just a sliver of hope, because I'm like, all right, there are a lot of young people here that are being raised right, and I know there are a lot of people out there that have kids that are raising them right, and I hope to God that those are the ones who are going to, like, when you say all these people are going to die off, and they will, I get it, because I mean, you and I have been to a ton of like dinners and stuff like that, Republican things.
That's what it reminded me of. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, we've been to so many Republican events where it's just all old people, y'all. And Miriam and Mock and I are always just like, oh my God, there are no young people here. What are we going to do? So I look at this audience, or I looked at it the other night and I thought, okay, well, these kids are going to love their country. I hope they're going to love their country as much as we do. Yeah. That's my hope. It is up to our generation, Cappy Suze.
I was so grateful that like this show even continues to exist. You know what I mean? And it was full. The entire theater was wall to wall people, which was great. And the people that were there loved it. We all ate it up with a spoon. I mean, my 15-year-old was a little bit like, this is so cheesy, because it was. Right. I mean, it was full on schmaltz, you guys. Yeah. Like they even sang, they've got the USO girls in their cute little outfits and they're singing Lee Greenwood's Proud to be an American. And it's just so, I mean, I loved every second of it. My sister and I were just eating it up with a spoon, and we were in the front row. There were even people, as we were leaving, there was a guy that was like, man, you guys were really into it. So we were like, yeah, we really liked it.
Yeah, we really like this stuff. Exactly. I mean, but see that thing, like this wokeism is taught, you guys. It's so taught, as evidenced by, I mean, I feel like, Gwen Berry, because you look at what's happening with Gwen Berry now, all these pictures are coming out with her in 2015, draped in the American flag. Right. Yeah. So here is this woman who apparently now hates her country, and thinks it's the worst place ever. Right. And then back, 6 years ago, it was great. It was fine. She loved it. Had pictures. She was full of joy holding that flag.
But then Trump supporters, apparently we've taken on the flag as our own. And so now she can't like it anymore. It's just, a lunacy that just defies logic.
Right. Right. It's insanity. That doesn't make any sense. It's not even an argument. It isn't. It's not an argument, because the flag is for everybody. And also, I think that started way before. Like, they can't blame it on Trump, because this madness, I hate it when they always blame everything on Trump, because this madness started way before Trump. I mean, these people have been working on our kids and indoctrinating our kids way longer than 4 years. They've been doing this. And they've been making these kids, they've been making a whole generation hate their country for a hell of a lot longer than 4 years. Because we've got 20 somethings that can't stand this country, that'll just say, oh, screw this country. Okay, fine. Well, then what was the Vietnam saying is, what is it? If you don't like, it's basically, it's like if you don't like America, get out kind of a thing. Somebody will remind me what it was, but that's, for us, you and I always just say GTFO.
You're right.
That's what we say.
We're a little less couth about it.
Right. But it's true. I mean, if you don't like it, get out. There are plenty of other places to live. If you hate it so badly here, go to Venezuela, go to North Korea and see how much you like it. But see,
that's the thing, is that the people like Gwen Berry, they want everything that America provides so that they can turn around and bitch about it and say that it's not enough, that it's not good enough, that they're still evil, but they're going to suck up all those sponsorships and the endorsements and everything that makes America the free market system it is. They'll take all the fruits of that and then trash it. It's disgusting.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
It's absolutely disgusting.
Everybody's saying love it or leave it. Exactly. That's what I meant. Thank you.
Why, if we're as bad as we are, especially to people of color, why are they coming over here in droves? What other country has lines of people desperate to get in, legally or illegally, other than this one? There's a reason for that. I mean, I don't know why everyone's like, yeah, it really sucks here. Really? Because a whole bunch of people would kill to be here.
Yeah, really? So, they're dying. They're dying again. They're dying at the border to get in.
Yeah.
So why? Yeah. I don't understand that argument either. It's insanity.
It makes no sense.
It obviously doesn't suck that hard.
Yeah. It does not suck that hard.
So another thing that's another thing. That's one of those are the three things I wanted to bring up to you about all the things, that the madness of yesterday. I hope everybody had a really happy and safe 4th of July. I know that you guys had fun. But just some pop culture news to bring up was that Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani got married.
It's about time, I guess, because it seems like they've been engaged for like 7 years.
Yeah. I love them. I totally love them. My daughter's got me so hooked on Blake Shelton. I know you don't like country music, but I am all about his music now. Like, I know it's so
Really?
bizarre. Yeah, because I've always been a Gwen Stefani fan. I've loved Gwen
Right.
Stefani forever. I've seen her in concert, and now it's so bizarre. But now that we live in Texas, like, we listen to country music a lot more. And my she's obsessed with country music. It's so funny. And so just osmosis, I listen to it, and I love Blake Shelton. He's so great. And so I'm like, God, it's so weird that they're married. It's just bizarre. Because I've been to Gwen Stefani concerts in my past. And now I'm like, it's so bizarre that they're like a thing. They're married. Yeah, it's strange. But yeah, so they're married now. And I think that's cute because it just shows you that opposites attract and,
Yeah,
and
that you can't get more opposite than that. Holy cow.
Yeah, they're pretty
I have
cute.
to tell you about my dream because, okay. I rarely dream, but when I do and I remember it, I mean, I know I always dream, everybody does, but like when I remember my dreams, it's because they are so completely effed up. This one, you've got to help me sort out what this means. Okay. So, I had all the trouble getting here. My flight on Friday night was completely canceled. I thought my whole trip was canceled. It was a big hullabaloo. And ultimately we got here early Saturday morning instead of late Friday night. Fine. So, But anyway, so there was all that drama. And I know that is part of why I had the dream that I did. It's the people in it that I cannot figure out. So I'm at the airport and I want to change my flight. Cause right now I have a non-direct flight from Tucson through Houston to Indy on Wednesday. And I know that there's no direct flight from Tucson to Indy. So I don't even know why in this dream I'm trying to find a direct flight, but that's what I'm doing. So I go to the Southwest gate and I'm thinking, oh, I see that there's a noon flight. I'm going to try to get that one instead. And I go to the customer service area. There are two women there who are working for Southwest, a Black woman that I don't know, and Kaylee McEnany. Okay. She is now a Southwest customer service agent.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm following.
And for some reason, she is an idiot, which of course is not true at all. Right. Kaylee McEnany is brilliant. Right. So I don't know why she is the person, but when I go up to them, they're kind of working side by side, and I tell them, "Listen, I see on the billboard thing that you guys have a direct flight. I'd like to change my flight to get on the direct flight." The Black woman hands me a laminated placard of some kind, and she says, "First, you need to read this and pay $1 for it." And I look at it and it's all about white privilege. It's all about how like I have all this white privilege. And I was immediately irritated when I saw the title of it. So I didn't read it. But because I really needed them to switch my flight, I handed it back to her and I was like, I am totally down with everything that this says, but I don't have $1 to pay for it. So she rips it out of my hand and she's like, well, then you're just going to have to work with Kaylee. And by the way, her name was Kaylee. Like it was still Kaylee in this dream. So I look at Kaylee and I'm like, can you get me on this flight? She looks terrified. And she's like, okay, well, I'll figure something out. She starts typing frantically. And she was like, I have to go talk to my manager about something and I'll be right back. And I was like, okay, but are you going to get me on it? Because it leaves in an hour. So I need to know, like, do I need to get to the gate? Am I going to make this flight? She was like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. I'll be right back. So a half hour goes by and she's not back. And I'm starting to completely panic that I'm going to miss this flight. Totally panicked. So I go and I find, and this in real life, I know a woman who works for Southwest. I go and I find her. I find this woman, Lisa, who I haven't talked to in probably 20 years. Okay. So I go and find Lisa and I was like, Lisa, Kaylee was switching my flight. Can you check on it and see if I'm making it? She looks and she was like, you're not on any flight anymore. And I'm like, what the hell? So then I see Kaylee walking down this hall behind me, like not even working. Like she's not in a rush. She's not frantic. She just totally dissed me. I go chasing after her and we got into a physical fight. I kicked the shit out of Kaylee McEnany, you guys. I don't know what this means.
In her dream.
What does this mean?
Well,
what
first of all,
does that mean? Because then I woke up.
Well, and then you woke up? Because who won? Because I mean, I can't ever.
I was totally winning. Totally winning that fight.
Oh my God, you were winning? I'm so impressed by that. That's the most impressive thing about this entire thing is that you actually beat the shit out of her. Because I would love her. Well, one, you love her, but two, it's like I would never put money on you in an actual physical fight.
I know. I wouldn't either. But man, she's so tiny. You know what I mean? She's so itty bitty.
She is pretty pocket sized, but so are you. So are you. So it's like two pocket-sized women going at it, like just like scrapping. I don't even know.
What in the world does that mean?
I don't even know where to start. I think you're afraid of all of this, like this stuff. My dog is wanting in. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Come on. Well, come on in. Come on in. Hurry up. Hurry up. Okay. Sorry. He wanted in so bad, you guys. He was like scratching at the door during his entire dream. So anyway, so what I think is that you probably like are afraid of all of this white privilege stuff coming to a head where this is actually like you have
like pent up rage,
subconscious rage or like fear about this stuff in your brain that's just like bubbling and boiling. Yeah. Like
isn't
you're thinking
the strangest dream you've ever heard?
Yeah, because dreams are also your subconscious brain, right? That's what it is. And so there's something about that you're not dealing with. I don't know. I feel like a psychologist right now, but it's true. Cash, come here. What do you think? What do you think? Come here. Quit looking at the door. You came in here for a reason.
The rage that I felt, though, and I'm sure it was the rage that ultimately woke me up because I was kicking the crap out of her. Hi, Cash. I was kicking her ass. Thank you, Idaho Pete. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, Stuart.
That's so sweet, you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed you, you just need to know how much we appreciate your super stickers and your stars and all that stuff. Thank you so much.
We really do.
Anyway, so I kicked the crap out of her and I was filled with rage and I woke up. Thank you, Larry.
Steven said that sometimes dreams come true, so be careful.
I don't want to hurt her. I don't want to hurt her. I really like her. She has nothing to do with Southwest.
Listen, I love you, but you don't want to get in a fight with her because I really think she could take you out.
I do too. I really feel like she could. Thank you, Mr. Green. Blue Academy is Mr. Green, and he already gave us money in advance of this video.
Mr.
So thank you.
Green.
Oh, he says, okay, so he is saying Kaylee represents Rob, whom you love, but you want to beat up at times. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I did take classes online.
Maybe that's the truth.
But why wouldn't Rob just be at the counter? Why wouldn't it have been him in the dream? You know what I mean? Like, why would it just be so randomly Kaylee?
Because he really does act like a girl most of the time. You know? He has a lot of girl qualities, so maybe you just like so put that off. You know? That could be what it is.
Just the strangest thing ever. Anyway, so that was my dream. So
that was a crazy, crazy ass dream. We need TikToks.
I knew you would like it. Okay, let me get to my TikToks. First of all, the first one that you're going to see is like you cannot not smile when you watch it. Like I defy you to try not to smile. There's no way. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. It's not going to have sound because I'm afraid we get like copyright bullcrap whenever I play sound. Oh, really? You don't need sound. It's not important to have sound.
All right. Here we go. I'm gonna try not to.
I mean, have you ever seen any dog? You can't not smile when you see this.
That's the greatest.
Look at them go.
Oh my God, that's awesome. That's just awesome. Dogs are the best.
Right. And then I don't know if you've heard of Sawney in Georgia, the doggy daycare center. Oh my God. Here's how many dogs he has for 4th of July weekend. I mean, it's just endless dogs, endless piles of dogs forever.
Oh my God. That's my idea of heaven, right?
I know, right?
It's like when I get into heaven, I'm going to see that when I'm going to see Jesus and then Jesus is going to go, here you go.
Let me show you the way to the dogs.
And there's going to be all the dogs. I'd be like, thank you, Jesus. Thanks.
Oh my God. I love that so much.
And it's going to be a pile of Frito feet with all those dogs. It's going to be great.
Okay. Now I have to have sound because there's just 2 more little funny ones that don't have music or anything. It's just these people talking. So here's a very fed up dad. Okay. Are you ready?
I love it. Already.
What's something that you're supposed to like, but that you actually find slightly annoying? What's something that you're supposed to like, but that you actually find slightly annoying?
I love his face.
And then his one daughter's like, hi.
I know. She's like, hey.
What's something that you're supposed
But what about me, Dad? I'm not annoying.
I mean, no, but he's all of us, right?
But you are annoying. You are. You are annoying. Even you in the pink in the back seat. You're kind of annoying.
So this one, I don't even need to show it to you. I just need to describe it to you. So there's a woman who's like laying upside down on a couch, just like so over everything. And the caption of it reads, "When I tell my kid's dad that it's his weekend with the kids, and he reminds me that we are still happily married." And here's her face. She's like, "What? I have to watch my own kids."
Oh my God. That is like every other mom on every fourth Saturday of every month.
Anyway, those are my talks for today.
I need to spot it. I need a spa day. You guys, it's hot here in Texas. It's hot here. I don't know if I've mentioned that. It's really hot here in Texas. It's kind of swampy. It's hot.
Actually, it's kind of humid in Tucson right now. Like they have more humidity than I've ever felt here before. It's
really?
Really weird weather here this whole time I've been here.
Yeah. We have, yeah, I know, John. Everybody's saying your new home needs to be wired for the best Wi-Fi. You know what? Here's the thing. We don't have fiber where I'm at. You guys, I'm going to have to spend about $600 a month to get fiber in my house. Like, I don't think you understand the expense that I'm going to have to take on to get fiber.
Like that is a mortgage.
Yeah. Like that is so much money and I'm going to have to do it. Like we're looking into it and I'm doing it and I have to pay for that. Then we can do that. Like just when everything starts being really great, like this is what happens to me. This is the story of my life. Everything's great. We move here and then it's like, oh, I got to pay for fiber now. That's great. That's like 600. Like AT&T has to come out here and then they're going to be like, I hope they can do it, but there's nothing out here. We've tried point-to-point wireless. We've tried everything. Like Mock and I have been through this for the past, we've been here a month now, over a month. It's been hell. It's been absolute hell trying to get decent internet here. So I've done everything that I can. AT&T is going to run, we think, fiber. And so it's going to, I could have a BMW, a brand new BMW for the amount.
For real.
And I'm not even kidding, for the amount that I'm going to have to spend on fiber. So, yeah. So when I start looking like a complete homeless person, the way that I'm dressed and I look, it's because I'm paying for fiber. Yeah. Anyway.
So keep the stars and the super stickers coming.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it's expensive around these parts.
It is expensive out here. I'm in Eddy, Texas, Shasa Perez. I think I am pronouncing your name correctly. I'm in Eddy, Texas. It's out in the sticks. It's out about south of Waco.
Yeah, somebody's paying $125 for fiber in southern Oklahoma.
How much?
They must be in a 125, but they're probably in a less rural area. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you're probably in an area where they already had it laid. Like we are having to have new fiber. Like there's nothing out here. We're in the sticks.
And clearly you're the only one that's asking for it, right? Because if everybody in the surrounding area were like, we need fiber, and then you could go in on it with people. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it'd be great if somebody around me like wanted to go in on it with me. But yeah,
and your neighbors have no interest?
My neighbors have no interest in, like, the neighbors 2 down from us have no interest in running water. Okay. So let alone fiber internet. Those are the kind of neighbors that I have not. Yeah,
my God, that's hilarious.
Right.
I mean, it's not funny. I'm not laughing at you, but
it is kind of funny. It just depends on the kind of neighbors that you have. Yeah. So anyway.
Tomorrow, I think that we will be doing a video. Do you have anything going on tomorrow that I need to plan around?
I do. I probably have some meetings and stuff like that, but I could just kind of let you know when those are.
Okay.
I don't know exactly.
Because I don't know either. I'm guessing that tomorrow will be more of a earlier, maybe not quite this late, but not. Okay. I don't know exactly the time. But I'm thinking earlier.
Okay.
So not early, but like earlier.
Not like 6 a.m. early, but earlier.
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, you
not at all.
Stay tuned because it's all about Mock this week. She's on vacation, so we're just trying to work around Yeah, we're trying to work around her schedule.
But Thursday and Friday, I'm home. I'm just not going to the station, but I'm home, and we'll be back to our normal schedule. So I will be getting up early.
Thursday, Friday.
Thursday, Friday. We'll be back to normal on those days. No video Wednesday because that's when I will be in the air, probably fighting with Kaylee McEnany. I don't know. So I will not be able to do a video on Wednesday. But yeah, Tuesday, there'll be something tomorrow. I just don't know exactly when. We'll try to announce that on our pages and whatnot.
Okay.
So awesome. Now I'm going to go to the pool.
Awesome. All right. She's going to the pool, you guys. She's going to the pool, and we will talk to you guys sometime tomorrow. Mock will announce it on our Facebook page. You guys, thank you for coming and like joining us today. We so appreciate. I didn't think anybody was going to be here, so we're delighted that you're here. So delighted that you're here. Bring it in, everybody. Bring it in. Bring it in.
Oh, Mockcation. Yeah, that's a good name. I should have done that.
Mockcation. Yeah,
I like that. I just have no creativity.
That's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Anyway, you guys have a fantastic day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.